Hey guys and girls, it is TheAshWindy again, and welcome to episode 35 of M.O.A.B with every gun. And I'm using a secondary weapon again. I like secondary weapons akimbo, like the pistols, the machine pistols. I find them best when they are akimbo. People have different preferences. I've heard people saying that they don't know how I use them akimbo, they prefer it when it's singular, but I'm using the G18s in this one, and maps like Lockdown. You're going to see this probably a lot from me for these pistol M.O.A.Bs. When I'm going for them, I'm going to be playing a bit of free-for-all, and Lockdown, Hard Hat, Seatown, Mission. Those maps where you can quickly duck behind somewhere are definitely the best for these sort of weapons. They're not great over range. You will not see me going for long distance gunfights because you're just asking for trouble basically. But these, if you're close to someone, will drop them dead pretty much instantly. As long as you're pretty accurate, honestly, you can kill them just like a click of a finger. They'll be dead. And not many people use the G18s. Reason being is because if you get all these noobs who use secondary weapons, they're going to be using FMG9s, and still people use FMG9s. I really hate them. And when I got the M.O.A.B with it, I did feel dirty with the FMG9s. But now I've not used them since. I can safely say that I won't even pick them up. I'd rather just run around with my knife than picking up FMG9s. And I've added a bit more colour to this one. I hope you prefer it. I've been messing around with iMovie, as you know, iMacs and MacBooks and stuff have their own sort of software on, rather than like the Windows PCs. I'll never go back to a Windows PC. I can safely say that now. I've had them all through growing up, and then I bought a Mac, splashed out a bit more, and I'm absolutely loving it. So I've added something a bit different. It's a thing called Glow. So it shows things up a little bit brighter when I get a kill and stuff, and I think it looks pretty cool, but you guys can let me know what you think. A few of you have been saying that I should use like colour correction and stuff, but I don't have Sony Vegas and stuff like that. Sony Vegas costs like hundreds of quid, and I don't have that lying about, so I've just added a few effects, and I'll be fiddling about with iMovie a little bit more as well and see how it goes. But I think it looks pretty cool. I do honestly think it looks pretty cool. But that's for you guys to let me know. If you don't like it, then I won't be using it again. But if you do like it, then I'll use it a bit more. But yeah, I think it adds a bit more brightness to my videos. And free-for-all's all about holding down particular areas. I mean, especially when you're using secondary weapons like this, where if you see someone at the end of a hallway, you're pretty much screwed. Just run away, basically. And the spawns, oh god, the spawns in free-for-all can be a bit dodgy. I mean, I just killed this guy, and then he'll spawn literally right next to me. So you've got to pretty much watch your back all the time. And I try not to make it too campy. I don't like camping at all. But in free for all, if you're trying to run around the whole map, then you're just asking for trouble basically, because someone will spawn behind you. And I can't remember what map it was, but I had the most ridiculous spawn ever, even worse than the spawn that I showed you in a previous video. I'm not going to upload that one though, but I was like, you what? I literally spawned inside him. I think it was on Village, a big map like Village, and yet they still can't get the spawns right. But that's the guy. I just killed him, and then he spawns pretty much down below me, so I had to kill him again. You're like, whoa, shit, that was a bit scary. So take a couple of minutes to yourself. And you will see me make decisions. Like, I'll see someone and think, you know what, I'm not going for him. If I go for him, I'm putting myself in the open, and I'm leaving myself very vulnerable. And, well, basically, you're asking for trouble. So you need to know the spawns, even though I don't. Ideally, to play free-for-all, you need to constantly watch your back, and I'd say keep moving. And what made this video a bit more well, it was more satisfactory, was the fact that some absolute bellend joined this lobby. I don't know him. I played with him in a previous free-for-all, and I was giving him loads of shit because he was just sitting in corners all the time. And he went like 8 to 13, but I don't like people who just spend the whole game sitting in corners. And every death I had on him, I still won, but every death that I had where he was killing me, he was sat in a corner. So I was giving him shit, and then he sent me a message, sending me a game invite. No, mate, that's not going to happen. If you're a camper, I'm not going to join your session. You're a muppet. So then he bloody joined my session and tried killing me, but he didn't kill me. So pricks like that need to get a life, basically. They need to. The only way you learn the maps is by running around. And this is what am I doing there? I'm like one off right now, and then I make a stupid decision. I'm like, I never go down that tunnel. I don't go down that tunnel in team deathmatch. There's always someone camping in there. I don't go down it in any game mode, and yet I was about to make the stupid mistake. And if I'd have died there, you would have heard me raging. Honestly, you would have heard me raging all over the country, because The best streak I've had with the G18s prior to this video was an 18 streak, and I was a bit pissed off with myself then because I made a bit of an error. And that's usually the way that you die on MOABs or M.O.A.B streaks. You make the decision that you wouldn't normally make because your heart's pounding. And I won't lie to you, my heart does still pound for MOABs like this when they're different guns. If I'm using an MP7, a PP90, I don't tend to get as worked up and my adrenaline's not pumping as much. But anyway, that's episode 35 over, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a comment as always. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, links will be down below. I'll get a few Twitch TV streams coming up. Seems like I've got 2 weeks off. I will see you all later. Thanks again and peace out.